Hey guys, this hairpiece has a hole in it. I read some of your comments about how you can dunk this in hot water for a while and it peels off the tape. I'm going to try to do something else today just to try to refresh it, and in the meantime I'm going to repair this hole. Now just from touching it I'm getting sticky fingers, so I'm going to take a couple of these so that my hands are protected. Some glue. I just don't want sticky fingers, I hate it. These are finger cots, by the way. You can just use one on one finger, right? It just rolls on like a condom. I'd never heard of them either. Look at this. This is a hole and it's got a bit of base there still. Don't know if it should be salvaged or chopped out. If I just pull on it, it will probably rip and make it worse. Can it be unfurled and fill the gap? I'm not quite sure. If I try to tape that to that, it'll create a crease, probably. And if I try to fill it in, there'll be a sticky side up and the hole will persist. From what I can see, it looks too hard to repair because it's all bent out of place. So, either I throw this out just try to tape over that hole there. Because the hair is dry, it's really pushing the hairpiece way up above the mannequin head. I mean, this is the front, that's not like exactly the back, that's right at the front, so. Oh, here's a bit I chopped out earlier, but that's probably not big enough. Keep that for another time. Now without fingernails, it's a bit weird. I'm thinking maybe just one over the whole lot. I think that would be wide enough. Gosh, it's slippery. Do you see how that slide just then? Usually it's much easier just to tape onto tape rather than tape to the hairpiece. That's why each flap sort of continues. See, usually that would have stuck to that, but because this is so yucky and grimy. I mean, this hairpiece really has had it. It's weird to think that I should fix it. Yeah, this is not sticking to any of it. Almost doesn't even want to stick to the base. Stupidly hard. So hard, so frustrating, and I'm about to throw it in the bin because what I was going to do was take some glue, basically, which I put in here, some Ultra Hold glue, and I put in this bottle, which is covered in hairs. And then I was going to go around and make this stickier, but I'll be sticking onto this residue stuff, which is just a very bad base to attach to anything to. You can see how this tape won't attach. Now I'll touch the hair and it'll have glue in it, so what do I do? Turn it inside out and that's it. Gloves don't really help because now I'm going to be touching bits and pieces. I'll get rid of that glove and I'll put on the old left hand glove. Maybe I'll just put on no gloves at all so I get the fingernails. I just bit my thumbnails off, unfortunately. That's really yucky. Okay. Well, that's as repaired as I can get it, I think. Now, going around the edges, seeing if I can maybe get some of the hairs out of here. Alcohol spray. Right. Okay, let's test out my finger cot theory. I'm just going to glue over where there's tape. You know, unless I go over a bit, doesn't matter. I'm going to be throwing this hairpiece out definitely after this. See if it's not clogged. It's pretty good. Like I said, I don't know how well it's going to work. Oh no, I wish I had a glove on. Like. So far my fingers are still clean, thank God. This one's about to not be. I guess it's a race against the clock before it all drips down. Now that I've done it the hard way. Oh, see, I put glue in the hair. It's my fault. Oh, look at all that, just dribbled all the way down. Right, when you do this, don't do what I did. This is my first ever attempt to do this. All on a mannequin head. But using the finger cot, it is really the fastest. So I've got blotches of glue throughout the hair, big chunk right at the back there. These concentration points of glue could potentially come out with C22 and a comb, followed by soap and water, but in my experience, it never comes out. This is another one that's not sticky anymore. I'm gonna put this one to dry on the side here. While the finger cot's still on my finger, I will try to make this one good. Because this one is not sticky. I don't know why it's not sticky. Worse than a post-it note, look. Under most circumstances that would lift no matter where you touched it on the tape, right? But it doesn't have any strength. Like it should lift its own weight just by putting my finger, but there's nothing, there's no strength at all. Like here, for example, there's nothing. It's barely even lifting when I lift my finger. I can slide my finger across. Right across there too, all of it. It's just really, really gone. All the Alright, so I'm gonna do the same thing again. This time I will try hard not to, drip it all over the place. So I'll start with the back. Stay. Oh, motherfucker. I'm trying to get it to the edge. Oh my god, it's coming down all here. It looked like I had all the time in the world, but it's really splodged down heaps. So that's a fail. Yes, I am contemplating pouring it onto my finger, but then I have to balance it on my finger, so I think that's not as wise as you might presume. I always wondered about the word presume. Isn't assume always in advance? This is the front hairline that I'm coming to now. By the way, I don't know if these containers are in my current description list. If you want to buy it, they're so good. Much better than trying to deal with the bottle and the brush. Much easier. And then the lipstick applicators, I'm not sure if they're in there as well, if you want to get under the front, the accuracy. Can you believe I thought I could make this into a short? Look how long everything takes me. This is off kilter, this line through the middle. It was a very wrinkly ball sack shaped fucking hairpiece, this one. So getting the tape down the very center was weirdly hard for some reason. See, next time I probably won't use tape, even though somebody just told me that the way to get it off is with the hot water method. That might work. Because I feel like I could do this faster than, think of how long it takes to chop all this out and place it accurately around the edges. At least this doesn't drip into the hairs. But when it does deteriorate in the end, it does disintegrate and become messy, just like glue. So I don't see a great reason to choose tape anymore, given that it breaks down pretty much the same way glue does. It's good if you want your hairpiece to be like a post-it note, to just take it off and on often. But if you don't, then you'd probably want to just find an easy way to put glue onto a hairpiece. And I feel like you can either use your finger with a finger cut or a glove. I'm going to take my finger cut off. I got glue on my finger at the very end. To practice that. Right, I'll leave that to dry, and the other one I'll come back and test out whether or not they're any good, or one of them's any good. Okay, so this thing's dry. This is the one that does not have a hole on the front hairline. I have nothing really important coming up. My life just kind of ended the other day. and I've been exhausted just sleeping about 14 hours a day. Like, been one day though. Anyway, it's a life-changing. Here we go. This one has a hole in the front. Perfect. That's what I want. One with a hole in the front. And blotches of glue around the edges. Let's have a look now. I'll just hold this on the palm of my hand, okay? And I'll see if it just picks up from anywhere. Well, it can. It's just got to have a bit more surface tension. Okay, so it's a lot stickier than it was before in lots of places, okay? Messy. I don't think, see how it will stick everywhere much better than before, okay? This is the one I took a shower with and washed with shampoo and conditioner and then expected it to stick back on my head again. I'm just gonna get that off my finger. So I'm gonna spray it with alcohol. Actually, I'll make sure my scalp has not got any residue either. This shave zone is too small for these hair pieces, as you probably are aware if you've been keeping up. So there will be, basically the tape and glue will be sticking to my actual hair. I have reasoned that potentially I should just make stencils that are smaller, because this is wide enough. Do I really want to keep going down and like placing it there? What difference does it make? If I make my shave zone big so that it fits with these, I'm just never sure whether or not the contour, this A or CC contour that they provide from different hair companies, will one day not work, because you see, no, the thing is, I would always start from where my hairline is. It doesn't matter if it's A or C. The CC or the A will just determine how sharp this angle is, right? But then that could affect where this lands here. So if I shave down to there for something like a CC or an A or whatever, it might come in and land there, right? And then I've shaved all this out. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm just gonna keep wearing this over my hair for now because I am too exhausted and extremely stressed. So that's life. I'm gonna start behind my forehead so I don't slime it, and then I guess it's about there. Approximately, right? I can already feel it being more, there's more wetness, there's more glue, there's more chance of holding. How's that hole going? Can't really actually tell where it is at the moment. Guess I did a good enough job, so long as I don't start ripping at it with a brush. That feels so much stronger now. I totally recommend this if you can't get your tape off, or if you can't be bothered removing the tape at all. And if you do decide to put glue right over the top of tape, you could ask yourself, why are you using tape at all in the end? I guess the one thing is, at the end, if you do keep the glue away from the edge and you do know a way to get the tape off, it could provide an easier cleanup. I mean, which fucking camera is it? Alright, if those people are right in the comments who've said, just put it in hot water for ages, or have a hot shower. Hot showers don't do anything. I scrubbed this thing with hot water, like for ages, with shampoo and conditioner. That didn't help it come off. Not that I tried to take it off after doing that particular thing. Maybe they're right. A bucket of hot water of some sort, a sink of hot water maybe. It sounds optimistic, but it sounds better than any strategy I could think of. Except for the fact that my idea is don't use tape anymore. I thought tape would just be easier cleanup, and I don't remember why I thought it was. Oh yeah, because in the beginning I think I started using tape with lace, and of course tape comes off lace easily. Alright, I am going to gently, I don't want it to be all wet and slippery and slimy and shit. I'll spray some, yeah, I'm not going to style it. That's styled enough for me. That's, you know, if I do style it and then it's all brushed, it looks fucking stupid anyway. Plus I've got an undercut because I'm waiting for this to grow back out. Styled. That's the stuff. And facial recognition. Face, little bit of face, little bit of face, no more face. Face, little face. Focus, no focus. So look at the hairline. I'm just going to brush it back. I want to see it too. A great hold. There's no stick there. When I used my finger, I was pretty rough with the estimate of where it should land. I guess since the hairline matters the most, I could go back around and at least try to get that sturdy, because it's got no hold at all. It's wet, but alright, I'm not happy with this. Maybe it will cure over time, but at the moment it's like just weird, not sticky enough, not strong. As if the glue, as if the tape material is repelling because it's too smooth. But why would they make tape that was too smooth? Don't they want it to have textures? So, you know, if you want to make glue, if you want to glue two very shiny, smooth surfaces together, right? Like metal, right? You have to use sandpaper and give one of the sides of the metal, both sides of the metal, texture, right? Bumpiness, inundations, microscopic bits of where the glue bonds in. If it's just smooth, and I don't doubt that Walker Tape don't think these things through. I mean, have you seen their packaging? It's brutally, it's awful. Like the lids on these things, the squirt functionality just breaks. This internal springs are constantly breaking. Their packaging is just atrocious. And yet they're the biggest in the industry. They win. We're going to. They've only been complaining for fucking however many years, 14 years. I have no doubt in my mind that they've just made this tape just as shiny and smooth as every other tape when it's going through a machine which just could easily put texture onto all of the tape so that glue holds in better. But I get the feeling that this is super smooth throughout. You know what I mean? Just obvious things. They're always making, there has to be a mistake they have to make a mistake. It's part of the whole industry's like this. It's like, why? Like, they don't bleach the knots in the fucking hair pieces. They don't make the tape have texture so the glue holds in better. The glue's always very shit. At the moment, this seems extraordinarily shit, even after everything I just did. Is it because I put glue on glue? I guess that matters a bit. Maybe it's wrong for me to blame the lack of bumpiness. Maybe. Anyway, it's a hell of a lot more secure than it was before, but as you just saw, the front just lifts right up easily. Like, I'm being extremely gentle so as not to like provoke it. Do you think that'll stick stronger after a while, maybe? Maybe. Yeah. I wouldn't want to stick my head out of a window or be on a boat or be in a windy situation or jump out of a plane with this, like this. If I had just used this straight onto the hairpiece and then straight onto my head, yeah, I'd just do that easily. I'd jump out of a plane with that. I don't think it would fall off. I don't think it would even lift. Especially, I mean, if if the shave zone was accurate and it was all merged in, and if the surrounding hairs weren't undercut, even if there was an undercut, I don't think it would lift. So long as I wasn't sweating a whole lot. That's it. I don't know. Like, I'm not just teaching you. I'm asking you. Like, I learn from your things, right? Your comments. So, and also the Discord community. I've appointed somebody now to be a DJ, a channel DJ, which I invented, but just gives them powers, and now they're a good member of the Discord community. So, yeah, if you want to go into Discord and share your photos of your head and ask questions, don't stop asking them in the comments below though. Don't just leave here and go into Discord. The channel's called StickOnHair. Don't know how to find it. I never use Discord. I use Discord about the same amount as I respond to your comments here. Exactly. I tried to look up how many comments I've received that I haven't responded to. At the top corner of YouTube, I mean, those of you who comment or even like have to be logged in to be able to do those things, right? In the top right corner of YouTube, half of you use phones. I never use phone for YouTube. I do, I guess, on the toilet. Yeah, you'd probably still see it. The notification number, how many notifications you've received. Mine used to say like 8,643, and then I think my mum clicked it and says, "What's this do?" It's like, no. It said, boom, reset. Then it went 1. I got another one. So I didn't check those 8,000 previous ones, and I don't get a notification just because somebody clicks like or views something. It's only when I get a comment. So there's a lot of comments. It's a lot. And then after that, I think YouTube changed their system and it just says 9+. It just says 9+ now. I think there's more than 9. Yeah, probably more than 9. So if you ask me to respond to every comment, I do occasionally do it if in passing while I'm editing or doing something and looking at my StickOnHair channel. If I look at it and go, oh, this person needs to know the answer to this question, I'll try to answer it. Sometimes I'll do that and I'll just stay there and go, should I owe these people more than this? All right, fucking, I've only given them hundreds of thousands of hours of my time for free. I guess I'd better go to the effort of answering some of their questions or thanking them for a compliment or, these things. But you guys know more than me most of the time, okay? Just the same as you, except for the fact that throughout my whole life, I've done this and it's not paid off. It's been bad. I'm not a sheep, right? Being a sheep is easy. I could have done that and I could have had an easy life. I have chosen just the path of truth. I'm a truth seeker. And if I get told something, I'm not going to obey it or follow it. I'll test it, challenge it. Check for cracks. That's what I do. So this hot water, this latest one, this hot water, dunk the hairpiece when it's covered in tape in a sink filled with hot water for a while. Didn't know how long that was. A sink full of hot water would probably become cold water within about, I don't know, what, 10 minutes? Do you need to keep it in hot water longer than a sink would keep water hot? Does it need to be in like a pot on a stove, simmering maybe? What level of heat are you talking about, and what duration are you talking about? And then what do you do? Is it fingernails? Is it something sharp, or something with a fairly sharp edge, but it's long and flat, like, you know, one of these things? Like, how do you get in under it? Tell the people exactly what to do, because I don't know. As far as I'm aware, it's just peeling. It takes longer to peel tape and then clean the residue off than to clean glue off a hairpiece when there's no tape. It takes less time to apply glue than tape. Glue is messier. As you saw, it just dribbles into the hairs and shit. Whereas tape is cleaner, but then the cleanup at the end is not cleaner. It's the same. If it's not sweating, if you're not hot, if your head isn't hot for some reason, which is weird because most of the human's heat exits the body through the head, I think, I've heard. Unless you like apples, right? Maybe your brain isn't that hot. My head is always hot. That's what it is, isn't it? It's because of my immense brain and my genius just throbbing out permanent heat that glue doesn't stick. There's a good test for you. If you find that just water-based glues and hardly any stick at all, just holds really well to your head, you know you're a dumbass. Because your head is cold. I'm trying to help you. We're trying to help you. We're trying to help you. It's okay. Just don't participate in things anymore. You can watch and live vicariously through others, but please don't touch anything. No, not for you. No. Stop. No. Cold-headed weirdos. That's what it is. It's genius brain. That's what's melting this fucking shit, isn't it? That's why nothing sticks. Please, for those of you who do have hot brains and glue doesn't stick properly to your head, we can trust your advice. A, because you're smart enough that your brain gets hot, right? And B, right, you have to solve the problem of glue sticking to a hot head, which is much harder than it sticking to a cold head. So, there you go. The other thing I wanted to try was this. If I use this on a head, on the tape, would this be as good or better than hot water, or would it start warping? Like if I turn this on and start, I don't want to throw this out right now. I've just done like glue shit to it, so it's ready to go from when I decide to throw this thing away. But would that be the equivalent, or would it just blow it all over the place and I have to pin it down too much? Would it be better to use something more like this and just put this like a safe distance away from the mannequin head and just sort of like gradually and safely warm it up? And then would that peel off nicely without melting the hairpiece or burning the hairs or burning the house down? I don't know. You all go away. This is your homework for this week, kids. Go away and experiment with how the fuck do you get tape off a hairpiece, and which do you prefer, tape or glue, and why. And this is only for the people with warm heads, okay? Not for the cold-headed people. No, you're so cute, get the fuck out. Hot-headed people, I trust you.